Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A, we're going to be discussing a lot of questions about the DLC that Rockstar announced the other day, a little bit of GTA 6 news, and some story mode expansion talk as well. It should be a good one. Now, once again, if you want to get involved in the Q&A, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter. The link is down there. I announce once or twice a week when I do these Q&A videos, and you can get involved in the next one. Also, this Q&A is brought to you by the guys over at Opinion Outpost, so thanks to them. But with that out of the way, let's get it started. So we're going to start with the DLC questions first, and then we'll move on to the other ones. That seems to be kind of the hot topic. And the first question comes from Daniel or Broclaw, and he says, do you think the upcoming update will contain content such as cars, guns, clothes, etc.? That's a really good question, and something I've definitely been asked a lot over the past few days. And yes, I do think that there's going to be the traditional GTA Online content that comes with this update. Cars, guns, clothes, everything you mentioned. I highly doubt that Rockstar is literally just going to add the Rockstar editor and those new free mode features. So yeah, whether it's the Lowrider or the Low Life DLC that has been rumored for so long now, or whether it's just like one or two cars, a gun, and a few pieces of clothing, I really don't know, but I do think it is going to be more than what they talked about on their newswire, and I think in a few short days, maybe next week, we will get some more information on the entirety of the DLC. Really good question, though. Our next question comes from Axel750, and he says, what do you think is going to happen to the PS3 and Xbox 360 in the future? Now, I kind of talked about this in my video the other day, where I briefly discussed how I think the Xbox 360 and PS3 might be getting left out on some of the content that's going to be coming in the future update, and I think we've started to see the slight phasing out of these consoles. We saw it with both Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2, where some things didn't come to the 360 and PS3. So I really do think as we get into the next year and a half, we might see the total phase out of those consoles, and it's a shame because there's such a big number of you guys on those systems. I still love games from the 360. In fact, you guys tweet me all the time that you're still playing on these old generation consoles, which is super cool. That's where a huge chunk of the community is. But I do think at some point it is going to get shut down in terms of updates, but I don't think it's going to be like in the next month or two. I still think you've got about a year and a half before that point comes at Rockstar where they have to say, all right, we just can't physically do any more. Up next, we had a question from Sir Swaggins420, and he says, how much money do you think we'll need for this next update? Now, I do believe that the next update is going to have some free elements to it, like the Rockstar update and some of the new free mode content that's going to be coming. But like I mentioned earlier, I do think there's going to be new cars, guns, clothing, etc. that you're definitely going to have to pay for. And one thing you need to look out for is Rockstar event weekends, which is one great way to make money. You can obviously do missions like snipers versus stunters. But honestly, like right before DLC time, what I like using is a website, Opinion Outpost. You can check it out in the description. It'll be the first link there. Basically, they just want your opinions on stuff, on pop culture, movies, TV shows, video games. It's a great way to earn Amazon, PayPal gift cards, which I literally turn around and make into like Xbox Live and PSN cards, which I then turn into Shark cards, which is great for Grand Theft Auto Online, being able to purchase everything. So you can check it out. It'll be the link in the description. They have lots of ways to earn cool prizes. So check it out. Like I said, I get PayPal cards and whatnot, just super easy. So check that out. That's probably the fastest and the easiest way. But like I mentioned, you can do the Rockstar event weekends for Grand Theft Auto Online. Recently there was like the double RP and double money heist, but those are gone, so that's not really an option anymore. So yeah, you can grind missions or do pretty much anything else I said and get ready, because I do think you are going to need a good bit of money for this. Maybe not as much as Ill-Gotten Gains, but like I said, if there is cars, guns, and clothes, you can definitely expect that to be pretty expensive. Luke asked a good question. He says, do you think GTA 6 will have a female main character? Now, it's a little early to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. We obviously haven't even had a story mode expansion for Grand Theft Auto 5, but I certainly think that would be a bold move for Rockstar if they were to, plan a female character. Obviously, there hasn't been any female protagonist in Grand Theft Auto. Certainly, there's been plenty of important female characters, and I think that GTA 6 is in the early planning stages right now, so maybe it's been talked about that one of the protagonists will be a female. But again, it's just way too early to talk about this. I'm really not even too sure what's going on with the Rockstar HQ in terms of GTA 6 and their character development. But yeah, I do think that would be cool to play as a girl in Grand Theft Auto. It would certainly be a new perspective, but something I think would be kind of awesome too. Sean says, do you think there will be a second heist update, including more clothing, weapons, vehicles, and heist missions? Honestly, I'm not too sure, Sean. Rockstar has mentioned in one of their news wires that the heist was a large undertaking in terms of what they had to do in order to get it out, and I honestly think that as epic as a second heist DLC would be, I think we are going to be stuck with just the one that Rockstar provided in March. So it does sound like that might be the only one just because it took so long to produce, and I know Rockstar has a ton on their plate right now, doing updates to Grand Theft Auto Online, certainly a single-player expansion, so as much as I want it, I doubt it. Elliot says, if you were told by Rockstar that you had to design a story mode DLC, what would it be like, and which character would you base it on? Now, if I had to base it on one character, I think I would like to choose Lamar. His storyline is kind of interesting to me, so I think that Lamar would be a good choice, but if I were to base it on what it would be like, I would like to get to know the characters before the events of Grand Theft Auto 5. So like Michael and Trevor in North Yankton, and Franklin, who when he was like in the streets of Los Santos, and when he was hanging around Grove Street and all those other gangs out there before he met Michael. So I think that would be a really interesting storyline, kind of getting a pre-prologue pretty much. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And finally, our last question comes from Balatate, and he says, should I buy the T20 now or wait until the next update? Do you think the next update will contain a better supercar? To answer your second question first, no. I do not think this upcoming update is going to have a supercar. I think we're done with getting those for a while now, really because we got the Osiris and the T20 back to back. And yeah, if you have the money, you should definitely buy the T20. It's fast, it looks great, it's got that, retractable spoiler, it's a beautiful looking car. So if you've got the money and you don't think it's a waste, you should definitely get the T20, because I doubt that another supercar is going to be coming in the next DLC. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be answering in today's Q&A video. Lots of great ones. Once again, if you want to get featured in the next Q&A, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter. Like I said, I announce there once or twice a week when I do these Q&A videos. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be awesome, so hit that thumbs up button, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Grand Theft Auto 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.